Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma, celebrating the 50th anniversary with the Victoria Conservatory of Music. And you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, textile artist Carol Saveston, and we share with you the sad and tragic story of a shipwreck that took more lives than the Titanic. And the island chef is cooking up some tasty food. All that and much more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us in the liquid sunshine here on Go Island. We're celebrating the Victoria Conservatory of Music's 50th anniversary in a big way. There are so many things going on, beginning with
Uncork Your Palate, which is next Wednesday, April the 30th at Crystal Garden, starting at 6:30 in the evening.
It is such a tasty event. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it features wines from the Naramata Bench wineries, one of the best terroirs in not just in British Columbia, but in Canada.
I love that word, terroir. Terroir, it's when the soil creates amazing food and wine, and then you pair them together, and everyone's in love.
And pairing them with amazing food from Victoria's top charcuteries, delis, cheese producers, and restaurants. We have a stunning number this year, 22 in total.
Unbelievable. Give me some of the stars of the show in the event this Wednesday.
They're all getting rather wet, aren't they?
I know.
We have wines from Misconduct, which is a highly amusing winery. The winemaker is third generation Portuguese Canadian, and they have fun making their wines and fun labeling and naming their wines. We have wines from all of the wineries that you can see here and then some. We have Poplar Grove, which is a classic from Naramata Bench, one of the first ones you get to as you're coming out from Penticton.
Nice.
This is their Legacy, which is most highly regarded. We have Laughing Stock's Portfolio, which is definitely a cellaring wine, that one. So if you buy some, you'll want to lay it down for at least 5 years.
Okay.
And that's a traditional Bordeaux blend.
It's hard for me. That's hard for me. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, go on. Yes.
And we have Fandango. Not many growers, in fact none, except for these people, Terra Vista Wines, grow Spanish grapes in the Okanagan. Fandango is made from Albarino and Verdeo. Perfect to pair with seafood.
I love it. Now, this is one of my favorite wineries on the bench.
Lake Breeze.
Love it. It's such a fabulous wine. I love it. So fun. Now, we're going to try wine in just a minute, but and we're also going to tell you about the garden tour. That's right, the Mother's Day Victoria Conservatory of Music garden tour. And we're in one of the gardens. Oh, yes, we are right now. And what wine are we going to try in just a minute?
We're going to try the Lake Breeze 7 Poplars Sauvignon Blanc, which is a classic Sauvignon Blanc style, similar to the wines of the Loire Valley in France.
I'm excited. Okay, but first, we are going to head out to the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria, where Carol Saveston has a show on right now.
We're pouring the Lake Breeze 2012 7 Poplars Sauvignon Blanc. A little taste like that should be fine for now.
Why is this an important event for Victorians to take the time to put on their calendar on Wednesday night? It's not only part of the 50th anniversary celebrations this year with the Victoria Conservatory of Music, but tell us why this is a special event.
It's a special event because it celebrates the wines of British Columbia from the Naramata Bench, and it celebrates the food and the amazing food that we get here in Victoria. We are in the bread basket of British Columbia here with what we get in terms of ingredients.
Absolutely. Well, cheers, my friend. This smells like summer in a glass.
Just like the liquid sunshine.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So remind everyone, if people want to come to the event Wednesday night, give us the 411. It is, if they want to come, how do they get tickets?
You can buy tickets through Ticket Rocket online, at the Strath Liquor Store on Douglas Street, or at the Victoria Conservatory of Music in person or by phone.
So uncork your palate, come out, enjoy a wonderful evening of food, festivities, community, and fun.
And celebration of food and wine.
Absolutely.
And music.
Oh my gosh, why wouldn't you want to come? We have to take a very short break, but stay with us. When we come back, we're going to give you a little tour of this beautiful garden that's considered the surprise garden on the Victoria Conservatory of Music Garden Tour. And we are going to give you a little history lesson of one of the most dramatic shipwrecks in our country. Welcome back to Go Island. Your fabulous energy has worked because the heavens have now opened up into actual sunshine, not just liquid sunshine. Yes, we are talking about the Victoria Conservatory of Music. They are celebrating 50 years of creating amazingness in our city, and there is so much going on. We just talked about Uncork Your Palate, great event on Wednesday night, wine and food and fun and music, and now we're talking about the Victoria Conservatory of Music Garden Tour. It happens on the Mother's Day weekend. It's everyone's favorite thing to do on Mother's Day. Stephen Green, you have been such a great asset to the Conservatory of Music. I remember interviewing you when you first moved here, and I just find every time I open up the website, there's more cool things happening at the Conservatory. But the 50th, wow, what a year to celebrate. What does the 50th anniversary mean to you and mean to the Conservatory?
It's a point where we can look back and celebrate all of the wonderful achievements and creativity, but also look forward to the fantastic new initiatives that we have that are coming up this year, being launched, like the new School of Contemporary Music and the School for Music Technology and Creativity. But our great thing is the alumni that we're going to bring back for celebrating our 50th anniversary.
Tell us a little bit about the garden tour.
Well, it's in its 32nd year, which is amazing. It's been going on all these years and attracts thousands of people every year. And as you can see, this wonderful garden is one of 10 this year that we'll be featuring, one also including the Government House garden. So it's a great time to celebrate, and the main feature is that differentiates us from any other garden tour is that we provide live music. You'll find live music in all of our gardens.
I always feel that the gift of live music is so special because we live in such an electronic world that when you actually get to hear music live and see the musician, and especially in a setting like this, it's magic.
It is. It's magic. It's about the moment, and that's actually a feature in our school, is that we focus on training students to be able to perform live. It's so much more important. You need to be able to engage your audience, and it's not that easy to do with a recording.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to show you more of the garden and more of the music in just a moment. But first, have you ever heard of the Empress of Ireland? It's a shipwreck, happened 2 years after the Titanic, and more people perished in that wreck. And yet it is not as well known. But Paul Ballstein met up with a Victoria doctor to talk about how he was part of that story. It is incredible. The sound of the beautiful music, the smell of the blossoms, the vibrancy of all the colors in this garden. I have to say, the Victoria Conservatory of Music Garden Tour is for all of the senses, isn't it, Stephen?
Sure is. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this talented musician behind us.
This is Rowan Osborne, and he's playing violin. He studies classical violin, but he's actually also been under the tutelage of our fiddler Daniel Lapp, who is now the head of our School of Contemporary Music. He's played in the BC Fiddle Orchestra, plays in the BC Youth Orchestra. He's also playing viola, and he plays guitar, so he's multi-talented.
So many of the musicians from the conservatory, it's amazing how many different instruments they can play and how easy they're willing to play at so many concerts and fundraisers, and they will be a big part of the Conservatory of Music Garden Tour.
They are.
Tell us about the concert that will be happening on Mother's Day.
Oh, this is really wonderful. At 4 p.m. on Mother's Day in Alex Goulden Hall, we have the Victoria Gospel Choir led by Chico Tavares. And the tickets are just $10. It's a wonderful addition for any mother to bring them in. It's going to be a wonderful concert of gospel music on our Alex Goulden Hall stage.
So here's what you have to do. This is what you want to do for the mom in your life. Take them on the garden tour, then come to the concert, and then take them out for dinner, and they will love you. I'm talking to all the people who know me as mom. Are you listening? That's what I want. We have to take a very short break, but please go nowhere. When we come back, our island chef has a very healthy and fun recipe for us all, and we are going to meet the gardener of this lovely oasis. As you look around at this beautiful oasis in the middle of Saanich, you will have to thank this gentleman for being the keeper. I wouldn't say the master, because there was a former master gardener.
There was a former master gardener here before us, absolutely.
This garden is one of the delightful pieces of heaven that you can experience on the Victoria Conservatory of Music Garden Tour. But let's talk, first of all, Kristen, about the history of this little piece of heaven.
The history was we inherited the garden and the house 10 years ago from a lady that had lived here for 66 years, Miss McKay, who is still living with us here in Victoria. And in fact, she planted this wonderful, wonderful blooming apple tree behind us here, and I think that was in 1949.
Unbelievable.
So and we're proud to keep it still going and alive.
And you know what's amazing to me is, and this is why this garden has good karma, every year you invite her back. Tell us about that tradition you've created.
Every spring when the rhododendrons come into bloom, which Miss McKay actually planted, I cut the blooms, I take them to her in the nursing home, and then we usually arrange a brunch. We pick her up in a nice car, we bring her here, she gives us another tour of her garden, even though we've changed it around in the last 10 years, but it's a wonderful tradition that we hope will be around for many years to come.
And it's those kinds of stories that make the garden tour so rich. And of course, there's live music as well. But tell me about that little piece of grass down there.
Oh, this is our friend Ludwig van Beethoven, and he was actually brought over from Vienna from Beethoven's grave.
I cannot, but I know. But that's so cool. What else would you say makes this garden unique?
It's just our private little oasis back here. We've got annuals and perennials and flowering trees and shrubs that go for all seasons of the year. It's just a really unusual planting scheme that we've created for continual interest season after season after season.
So when you come, take your notebook, because you're going to want to learn a little. I need that plant in my yard because look how beautiful it blooms at this time of year. That's part of the fun of the tour. And you can give homage to Beethoven and Mozart while you're here, because a little bit of them are here as well. Well, thank you so much for your generosity to open up your garden to us today, and I want to thank you for watching. We will see you on the Mother's Day Garden Tour.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.